am currently traveling, and I am really happy to be here to do a live reading for you. It's going to be a pick a card. And of course, everything will be as it normally is afterwards. So it'll be posted as one of my normal pick a cards. And all the same rules apply. We're going to be taking a look at your person's true feelings for you right now. So today, what are their true feelings? We're going to go in deep, and I am so excited to have this time to interact with you. So if you are here live, make sure that you write something in the box so I can say hi. So this is the view from my hotel room. I had said, like, guess which city I'm in. Does anybody know? Okay, so I'm new to this, so let me see. I know we have people coming in. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being here live. I'm so excited to have you. Hey, Natalie, thank you for writing a message. Now I can see them. Yes, so welcome, Exona. Welcome, Beatrice. Oh my gosh, it's so great to see you all. So make sure that you interact with me here because it is such a wonderful opportunity for us. So Lou, hola, thank you. So Akasha, welcome. Holistic Tarot, welcome. Natalie, no, I'm not in Vegas. Anybody else here? Let me show you the view. So we were lucky enough, hey Samina, we were lucky enough to get the 25th floor. And hey, December. Anybody else? So this is the downtown, if anybody knows what downtowns look like in cities. Okay, it is the United States. Hey, Mark. Oh, big island of Hawaii. I love it. I was in Hilo last year. Most beautiful place ever. Alex, hey, love you too. Thank you for being here. You know, I should do more of these. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more of these. Nope, it's not Denver. Hey, Cooper, thank you for coming from Canada. Can we get clues? Okay, yes, it is 106 degrees outside. Yes, Alex, you got it. It's Phoenix. It's 106 degrees. Yes. And even at night, it's like 100. So, yeah, Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, that is where we are. And you know, I'm here with my kids. We are at a conference, but we have a bit of a situation here. Unfortunately, COVID started going around. So, you know, one of my really good friends just tested positive today. Oh, I'm so bummed for her. So she has to kind of be in her room. It's kind of going around here. So we're thinking, what should we do? I'm trying to just stay more in my room right now and then we'll see. But yeah, it's still an issue here. So I thought this would be a good time to connect with you guys, give you a reading. So, okay, let's see. Let's get started here. Okay, I'm trying to fix oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so here we go. Okay, sorry, bear with me here. I'm still trying to learn how to do all this stuff. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Yeah, it does look empty because it's really hot. All right, so now I have this set up. We're gonna do it as a pick a card. So as I always say, be gentle with yourself, right? I'm gonna give you some crystals to pick from, and you can stick around for all the readings, right? Oh, thank you, Alex. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy to see all of you too. So we definitely have to do this more often. So I'm gonna give you choices here, but I know sometimes you have one that you've picked, like 1, 2, or 3, but you can always stay for all of them and just, you know, take the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest. You know the drill, right? All right, so I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna show you your choices here. So again, bear with me because I'm trying to show you. Do you see it? Is it good? Maybe this is better. Or maybe I'll put it to the side. Just bear with me, guys, for a second. See, this is why I don't do these, because I don't want to like mess it up. Is that good? I can barely see anything myself. Okay, so here we have, okay, pile number 1, number 2, number 3. Here is your crystal. So for group number 1, I believe this is the citrine. I'm not great at crystals, just to let you guys know. This is crystal number 2. And then this is crystal number 3. All right. So what we're going to do, give me 1 second here. Just trying to, I want to be able to see your, you know what? I'll keep it to the side like this so I can at least see your messages as well coming through. All right, so what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and start with group number 1 here. Hopefully you've made your selection. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this first card to give you an overall energy, okay? So for group number 1, this is going to represent your person's current energy right now, the Fool, okay? So this is actually really good. So what I'm getting from this is that there's definitely an energy of transition and new beginnings and adventure that is coming through here in terms of how your person is feeling right now. Now, what I'm feeling from this especially is I like the way that this energy is coming through in terms of kind of like their life purpose. I feel like your person right now has been, you know, focusing on getting more clarity in terms of what they want to do in life, who they want to be, where do they want to go. And I feel like a lot of that has a lot to do with you as well, right? Because when we have clarity on who we are, we have a sense of adventure within our hearts, right? And we're looking at life in with a more fresh perspective. It always does permeate into the other aspects of our life and really elevates our relationships, elevates how we feel about ourselves, right? So this is a very positive energy. I'm also getting the energy that your person is feeling a bit frisky right now, because the fun thing about the Fool's energy is that it's about being more lighthearted, right? Like it's about taking risks. It's about not being afraid to take risks, take, you know, a new adventure, not be so always like planning everything out and being afraid that if something goes wrong, you know, it's going to ruin everything, right? Like there's an energy of let's start to get a little bit more lighthearted. Let's not take things so seriously. Let's give life an opportunity to surprise us. So I love this energy. I think this is going to be very, very refreshing for you and your person, because you may have felt coming up to kind of leading up to this cycle that things have been a little bit more stunted between the two of you. Maybe they've gotten a little bit more familiar. Maybe they've become a little bit more kind of stuck in a rut, right? Maybe this is an energy that you both may be mirroring with each other that's going to be really good for you, so that both of you can find the adventure within each other again, right? I love this Fool's energy for finding or rediscovering the parts of yourself and as a couple that can be exciting and new and that you can do together. So I really do like that. So I feel like right now, again, with their feelings is that they want to bring some sort of a new energy into their life as well as into their connection with you. So this is lovely. Now let's go deeper. Let's see what else is part of their true feelings for you today. Seven of Swords, yeah. Strength, okay. So see, this is the thing. I feel like maybe this is the reason why sometimes when we are in the Seven of Swords energy, we can be very not good at being honest with ourselves, right? Some people see this as an energy of sometimes, you know, cheating or, you know, being deceitful, but in this energy I'm feeling it more as in these are the ways in which we deceive ourselves, like we tell ourselves certain stories, right, to make ourselves feel better. Like sometimes we're not willing to look at the truth. So this is why I feel like your person does feel coming into this new fool's energy that, you know, they may have not been as strong as they show themselves to be. You know, they may have this kind of like very tough exterior. They like to act like they're really tough, like, you know, nothing gets to me, look at me, I'm fine, I'm like this. But I feel like inside they are feeling a lot weaker than they show. I feel like some of it is a persona that they put on. You know, if you feel that your person is kind of like a tough, like has that kind of tough energy, whether it's a masculine or feminine doesn't really matter. Sometimes we show ourselves to be a bit more tougher than we actually are because we need people to believe that, right? Because we're having a hard time showing our vulnerability. We feel like if we show even the people closest to us that we are vulnerable, that we are human, that we hurt, that somehow people will misunderstand us or they'll judge us or they'll criticize us as being weak, right? It takes a lot of inner strength to be able to be raw, to be able to be vulnerable with the people that you are closest to let them see that side of you, right? So I feel like your person, there's a definite sense of deep emotion that is coming through here, emotion that comes from them feeling like maybe they've been hiding their true feelings for too long. They've been hiding their vulnerability for too long. They're hiding the fact that there are certain parts of them that are lacking in confidence, you know? They struggle with self-confidence. They struggle with self-worth. Even if on the outside, again, they may appear to be very confident, they sometimes overcompensate. That's the word I'm getting from spirit. There's some sense of overcompensation that your person has. You know, it's like they feel like sometimes they have something to prove, you know? So you may see them out in the world kind of with that attitude, you know, I have something to prove. I need to show that I am really strong. But what it does is that really kind of like hides the fact that they are uncertain. And so when it comes to their true feelings for you, I feel like it's the same thing. Like they are trying to come to a point where they feel like they can open up more, that they feel like they can show you that they're not as strong as they may appear to be, and that you won't judge them. I don't think you would, but we're still afraid of these things, right? Even though we may know deep down inside that the person we love, the person who loves us, will not judge us for being less confident than we seem, or less aware of our own faults, right, than we seem. But I feel like they really truly want you to understand this part of them, but they feel like they haven't quite showed that to you. And that's where I think that Seven of Swords is coming from. So there's definitely a beautiful energy here of a new sense of vulnerability, you know, a new level. Because when you allow yourself to be more vulnerable, the intimacy between the two of you is going to increase, right? As you are more vulnerable, as they are more vulnerable, you're going to find that you feel closer and closer to one another because you're creating that space, a safe space where both of you can be yourselves. And that's so, so important, guys, right? To have that beautiful sacred space with our person where we both feel that we can step into this space. It's our protected space, right? It's just the two of us, and we love, honor, cherish each other in that space. We don't judge each other in that space. We give each other acceptance. And I feel like that's what this Fool's energy is all about. It's this beautiful new kind of adventure that they want to start with you by opening up that space. I just love that so, so much. So let's go deeper here. What else can you tell us, Spirit? What else can you tell us about our beautiful group number 1 and their person's true feelings? Yeah, see, toil and labor. I'm not surprised that actually came through. Yeah. So you see, I hope you're feeling or kind of seeing that there has definitely been some stress here, right? There's definitely been some stress. I feel like, see, when you are not being fully yourself, or when you are not allowing yourself to be fully vulnerable, this is when what happens in relationships is that it starts to feel like toil and labor, right? It starts to feel like a lot of work. And again, this is not your fault. I just feel like this can happen when people are not yet fully stepping into having faith, having faith that all will be well. So the more you try to hide your truest self because you're not sure, you don't know, you're afraid of being judged, the more you feel like you're putting, like the effort is very exhausting. So there's an emotional exhaustion that is coming through here. So this is why I feel like it's going to be really important for your person to start opening up this energy, because the more you are in that toil and labor, the more you're also not going to feel strength, the more you're going to feel weak emotionally. So I do feel that your person, the reason why they're like this, the reason why they think this way is they may have had a lot of expectations on them from the time they were very little, because we're getting expectation and we're getting child. So I feel like your person may have had the kind of upbringing where there was a lot of expectations on their shoulders from the time they were very young. They may have had a difficult childhood where they were almost forced to grow up before they were ready. Like when you are kind of treated like an adult, or you're not given that time to be a child because you have, difficult, family challenges or things going on within the family where, that burden is placed upon you too early in life. So you're kind of used to having all of these expectations. And I feel like that is also the reason why partly we're getting that toil and labor, right? Like your person has had to deal with a lot of stuff being put on their shoulders in life. And this is why I feel like there's a part of them that has shut down from that. Like when you have been through so many years of having to be the person who's responsible, or having to be the person who has to be the one to deliver things, those expectations can become so heavy, so heavy on your shoulders and in your heart, and I feel like your person has tried their best to handle this, but it's taken its toll, right? I mean, it's gonna take its toll upon you. And at some point, you are going to feel weakened from that process. And so I feel like your person, in terms of, again, their true feelings for you, the love is so there, but they are also afraid of whatever expectation you might have. And again, it's not your fault. It's not like you're putting expectations on them, but I do feel like this may be a trigger. So I feel like you may want to be aware that your person does have the trigger of expectation within them. As in, if they feel that there's a lot expected from them, they may become a runner. That doesn't mean that they'll run away from you forever, but it may trigger them, and it may make them withdraw from the pressure, or they may feel more pressure from people's expectations than other people might, because they've dealt with it for so long. You know how like sometimes it's just like a muscle that has been so used that it is now just like injured and weak. So I do feel that this is the kind of person that is going to do very, very well with a partner who is more independent. Because I don't see this person doing well with anybody who is too dependent, because I feel like that triggers them. And I'm not saying you are dependent. I'm just saying that their overall energy is that of somebody who will do much better with a person who is already happy, who doesn't need them to make them happy, but who's already happy in their own life. And this person will add to that joy, will add to the happiness and the independence that you already have. So I feel like this reading is really useful in that it gives you a sense of what it is going to take to succeed in this kind of connection. You know, like what will make this connection really flow in a beautiful way is if you are independent and you are happy as well. So we're going to get a couple of messages from their higher self, and then we'll get some next actions. Yeah. Aw, this is so sweet. See, I want to hold you and be held by you. Again, I want to wake up with you by my side every day. See, it's so beautiful. There's so much love. There's so much appreciation. There's so much beauty in this connection. I feel like, again, I feel like from all of these energies, I really am getting a specific sense of a little bit of stress or tension, right? But I feel like that's kind of what this person lives with in their life anyway. They tend to be somebody who does have certain amount of stress, certain amount of expectations. And I feel for some of you, there may be some sort of a struggle or separation that is coming through here. See, I'm trying to bury my love for you because I can't be with you right now. I've ruined our relationship. So take these messages as they resonate. But for some of you, there may be some sort of a separation that may have already happened, and they may not have been able to be with you because of whatever are these kind of expectations, perhaps from family, from something in their situation that they're not able to give you the kind of relationship that you really deserve at this time. But I do feel that they truly want to. That they truly want to. And for those of you who are a feminine watching for your masculine, we're getting masculine energy here. So there's definitely a stronger divine masculine energy. There may be divine masculines that are particularly going through this right now, right? Particularly masculines who may have some sort of financial, family, some sort of a situation here. Could even be a third party, but it doesn't have to be. But there's something here that it's like they want to surrender all of these burdens. They want to surrender. They want to finally detach from those expectations. I feel like this is going to be very liberating for the both of you as you come into this surrender and fool's energy together. This is really powerful here, this combination, right? Because in order to truly step into the fool's energy, to kind of bring that lighthearted, loving, romantic, fun, frisky energy back into this connection, surrender needs to happen. Detachment needs to happen. And I feel like your person is finally coming to that realization or that decision that in order to have this with you, it's time to surrender some of these expectations, right? Expectations that are distracting them from finally being with the person that they truly want to be with. I'm also, as a last message here, I'm also getting that this person, you know, they kind of never have been in this situation, as in they've been in other relationships, but none of those other relationships have been important enough in their heart to finally step away from the burden of these expectations. So they kind of almost in those instances ultimately the family obligation or whatever is their challenge won out over those relationships because this expectation was stronger than the relationship. But I feel like what your person is truly feeling now is that with you, that is not the case. So it's like the first time they're experiencing that the love, the connection is more important to them for the first time than these obligations that they've been carrying. So now it's a conundrum, right? Am I saying that right? Conundrum. It's like, you know, like that music playing, like, oh my God, what are we gonna do now? Because I'm in love. You know, this is different. So, wow, powerful reading. I hope this helped you guys, group number 1. I hope this helped you. So does anybody have any comments since we are here together before we move into group number 2? Does anybody, let me see, does anybody have anything they want to share? Anybody have anything they want to say? Oh, it's so good to see you guys. I know some of the chats have come through, but I'm sorry, I was focusing on your reading. Can we do questions? Okay, let's see. Thank you. Let's see how much time we have at the end if you want to do questions. Let's see. Let's get through the 2 readings, and then if anybody wants to ask a question, yes, we will see how much time we have at the end. Okay, so let's dive into this one. This is for group number 2. Here is your crystal. Katie, thank you for being here. And for all of you who are coming in. So we're going to use this as your person's overall, your overall energy. Wow, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, well, somebody is feeling very kind of out in the cold right now. So I feel like your person is struggling with something that has happened, either a struggle, a separation. There's something here where they're feeling like they don't have access to you in some way. Oh, Akasha, thank you so much. I don't think so, but thank you. They don't feel like they're accessing your energy. Like they feel like they are blocked off from your energy at this time. And so it is causing them some suffering. Okay. So if there's been some sense of like, you may have either blocked them or, you know, for now, right? Like have moved away from them in some way, they are definitely feeling that energy. So if you've been wondering, hey, you know, I've stepped away because I needed some time for myself. You know, I've stepped away because I didn't like your behavior. Something's happened here. I needed to protect myself, protect my heart. Just know that they're absolutely feeling that disconnection from you, and it is causing suffering in their heart right now. I don't think they want to be disconnected from you. So they're at either they are energetically feeling it, or they're both energetically and actually physically feeling it at this time. So what else? What else can you tell us, Spirit? How does your person truly feel? Wow, okay. Yeah, so this is definitely actually working to the favor of the connection. Because I feel like if you have stepped away from them or there has been some space between the two of you, this space is necessary. It's absolutely necessary because look at this, we're getting Ace of Wands and 2 of Swords. So this is telling them that it's time for them to make better decisions. I feel like this person has not made good decisions lately. And I feel like they have chosen very poorly in certain things that they're doing, maybe things they've said, things they've done. And I feel like it's been a bit of a shock because perhaps they have not behaved like this in the past. It may, for some of you, it may be out of character for this person. It may have been very surprising. It may have come from nowhere where you're just like, wait a second, who are you? You were never like this before. So there's something here that has happened that has caused them to behave this way. And now it's like they're on the other side of it, asking themselves the same question, like, why did I do this? What the heck was I thinking? I feel for some of you, there was some sort of, I don't know, spirit is telling me mental break. And what I mean by mental break, I don't mean like they've had a mental breakdown or anything like that, but more like a mental break as in, like, you know, when you do something that just self-sabotages you. It's like you look at that person from the outside and you're like, oh my gosh, how could you have just sabotaged something that was so good, right? Sometimes this happens and it's so unfortunate. When some people go through stages of being emotionally unhealthy, right? They can't see the value in what they have, you know? Even if you have given them so much love, you have tried to be there for them, you have given so much to this relationship. Sometimes, well, I want you to know, first of all, it's not your fault. And second, it's like the reason why is more about their own perspective, right? Like they were not able to see the priceless treasure that they have in front of them. Sometimes people are not able to see that. Like when they get this kind of love, sometimes they're not able to value it, right? So what they do is they shoot themselves in the foot. They sabotage it somehow. Sometimes they don't even realize they're doing it. It's kind of subconscious, right? Like they'll figure out a way to stop the flow of that love because they don't know how to accept it. They don't know how to receive it. Perhaps they've had wounds from their past that have blocked them from receiving love at that level. So, you know, it's so sad to me because I see this all the time, right? The people who get so much love from somebody, but they are not able to accept it. They deny it. They deny themselves that love and they deny the other person that love. And that's the energy I'm getting here, especially from this Five of Pentacles. Something has been denied here. Something has been rejected when it shouldn't have been because of kind of like this glass, you know, it's like that, you know, when you hit that glass ceiling or you're hitting that glass and you're putting up that wall for yourself. You're not letting something in that should be let in. So it's a very sad energy. I feel like your person, though, the good part of this is that they are realizing it, you know, because sometimes people don't realize it. They just keep going on that way, you know, rejecting love, rejecting happiness in their own life or sabotaging it every time they get happiness, right? I'm also getting with this Ace of Wands, I feel like there was something here where they had some sort of a criticism, judgment, viewpoint, mindset that was abrasive to you. You know, like it's almost like they wanted to argue with you on purpose, just for the sake of argument. As another way of self-sabotaging, as a way of kind of breaking this powerful connection that they were feeling. See, sometimes people feel a very deep and powerful connection, but because they can't handle it, they figure out a way to break it. And so they may start arguments that don't make sense. They may become critical, right? They may become judgmental. There's something here. And I feel like whatever they did, there is a deep amount of regret now as to like, okay, why did I blow up this situation? For some of you, I feel like this is not for everybody, but for some of you, I feel like they kind of blew up the situation. You know, like they just decided to press the button on that. But I feel like their true feelings are that they felt this very deeply, deeply passionate connection with you. Something they've never felt before with this Ace of Wands. Very passionate, very deep, very soulful, and very different. And see, when something is very different than what you've experienced before, it can be overwhelming, right? It can seem very strange or foreign, Sometimes people come into our lives and they stretch the amount of emotions that we have allowed ourselves to feel in life. You know, like you can get through a lot of life without ever feeling deep, deep emotions if you allow that for yourself, if that's what you choose for yourself, right? So sometimes the universe, source, spirit sends us somebody who's going to stretch that version of love, somebody who's going to challenge us to love deeper, to love better. I feel like that's what happened for you, between you. You may have been called upon in that sense to help deepen each other's experience of love. But that also comes with its own challenges too, right? So this is why I feel like your person with this Two of Swords, like they are regretting some of the decisions they made or some of the choices that they made in this connection, because they were not choices that brought the two of you closer together as they should have been. Wow, really, I'm getting a lot of sadness, a lot of defeat. You know when you feel a little bit defeated, when you feel like you kind of brought the defeat on yourself. That's the energy I'm getting from your person. So let's see. See, this is why. Let's see. What else do they truly feel, Spirit? See? Wow. Not surprised at all. Yeah. See, they know this was such a precious gift. See, this to me represents exactly what I was saying. When you get this love in your life that is beyond any other love you've ever felt, and it's the kind of love that is asking you to expand and stretch, that is asking you to feel deeper than you've ever allowed yourself to feel for someone. So I feel like your person sees this as a beautiful gift, but also had a really hard time accepting that gift. See, look at those hands. Like those hands have to be ready to accept that gift. Look how beautiful it is. It's a beautiful gift. But if you don't outstretch your hands and accept it, then it's not gonna always be there. It's gonna go away. Isn't it interesting how we got the thief and the gift at the same time? So I feel like your person right now, this is why that Five of Pentacles energy is so powerful. They're just like, oh my gosh, I had this incredible gift given to me and I let it slip away. I let it be robbed from me because of my own behavior, because of my own total inability to accept it. So if you feel that they weren't able to accept you the way you are, if you feel that they were, critical or judgmental, this is why. Like they should have been able to stretch that heart space and accept you exactly the way you accept them, right? But I feel like they deeply regret that they didn't give you that full acceptance that they should have. That they realize that they lost a precious, precious gift. Wow. And this is so interesting to me because I feel like this also represents the abundance of what they could have had. And I feel like this Five of Pentacles is the exact opposite, right? It is the energy of feeling like you're a pauper, like you are in poverty, no abundance. This is the energy of I have lack, I have nothing, when I could have had everything. And when I think of this, I don't see this wealthy man as like specifically in this context, like money-wise. I mean abundance of love, abundance of care, nurturing, abundance of healing together. This person needs healing deeply. This person is in deep need of healing because they live in lack. They're used to lack and they're comfortable with it. And it's so sad. Right? It's so sad that they have this sense of not being able to receive. So I feel like what Spirit is saying here, beautiful group 2, is to understand this about your person. They may have a hard time receiving. And as you go deeper in this relationship, that may be something that the two of you need to talk about. That may be an ongoing conversation that you have as you are healing individually and healing together. If you decide to go to counseling, which is always a wonderful thing to do, if you want that guidance, that may be something, or if you already are in counseling, couples counseling, that may be something to talk about. How can we develop our ability to receive and to not feel bad about receiving, or not to sabotage receiving? There are so many people in this world who have such a hard time receiving. And it's so sad because they're missing out on so much love, right? Wow, really powerful. So let's get some specific messages from them and some next actions for our beautiful group 2 here. Yeah, see, you bring out that best in them. I'm so not surprised. See, this is why I feel there's a lot of sadness here. They may have felt, or they may be feeling right now, that they've lost you somehow. See, you bring out the best in me. I'm a better person. I'm a better partner because of you. I want to cherish you forever. So this to me is definitely part of that. Right? You're the love of my life. You make me want to be a better person. I want to be happy and content with you. So this to me, both of these things are about being inspired to receive more, right? Wanting to accept the love that you have given them, but accept it in a way that maybe they haven't so far, that they've struggled to receive or accept so far. Let's take a look at some next steps. What can they do? Yeah. So here we have it. They are trying to balance out their own hesitation. It's so funny that they got the hesitation card. Same energy. Same energy. So why does this person hesitate to receive love? This is going to be the central question of this connection. But I feel like it's doable. I don't feel like it's something that has to end the relationship. I feel like, you know, we all have things that we need to work on. And the more clear we are about them, the more we can identify them individually as well as a couple. We can definitely work towards achieving that balance, right? So I think there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential for healing, for conversations, for growth. And that's the most important thing. That's what we want. So I hope that helped you, group 2. Anybody have comments before we go to group 3? And in terms of questions, so at the end, if we have time, I'm totally open to doing, like, you know, a discussion or questions, but I just want to let you know, I'm not doing readings. I'm not going to waste anybody's time on doing readings. It's going to be about whatever you guys want to discuss. If you have any kind of questions, or you just want to share, just connect. Okay, I'm not going to be doing any, this is the reading, so I'm not going to be doing, but if you want to have specific guidance on your unique journey, you can have a private reading with me, right? So you know that the links to that are always in the box below. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that. Okay, any other comments before we get to our beautiful group 3 who chose this crystal right here? And before I go on, I just want to thank everybody again for being here. I love that you guys are taking out the time from your precious day to spend with me. So thank you so much, guys. You know how much I love and appreciate you. I feel like I have the best job in the world, and I get to work with the best people in the world, all of you. I cannot tell you how deeply I appreciate that. You guys are so amazing, so amazing. Just all of you, your love, your support, your elevated vibrations. Like, I can feel it. I can feel what beautiful souls you all are. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, so let's take a look at our first card here, which is going to represent group 3, your person's overall energy. Knight of Cups. Oh, I like this. Okay, so I like this. So I'm getting this energy. Again, I'm getting a couple of things here. And take it as it resonates. For some of you, I feel like you may be in a situation where your person may not have fully expressed themselves to you yet, right? Like, something's there, right? Something is there. You guys have a connection, but maybe this person hasn't fully told you yet, like the 3 words, like I love you, or I want us to be together. Take this as it resonates. Might not be for everybody, but I feel like for some of you it's like this, it's a work in progress. It's like this connection is progressing. It may be going a little bit slower than you want it to, but your person really does want to tell you how they feel. They're just going about it at their own pace. Okay? And that pace may not, again, be as fast as you may want. But it's all right. It's all right. There's nothing wrong with everybody taking their time, making sure that they know what they want, making sure that they're clear about their feelings, and then creating that beautiful space for those emotions to come out in a way that makes you both feel good, right? In a way that makes you both feel very deeply connected. So for many of you, I'm getting that either your person has not fully yet committed to this relationship yet. They're still wanting to have that conversation with you. They're coming to it, right? You guys are getting closer and closer. Maybe you're spending more time together. Maybe you're having better conversations. But I feel like they truly feel very deeply for you. And they feel that in the past, they've rushed into other things. And they want to do things differently with you. And actually, that is a really good thing too. When somebody cares enough to slow down with you, because they want this to last. They want this to be real. They don't want to jump into anything. They don't want to just come crashing into your life. That actually is a good thing in the long term. Now, the other energy I'm getting for some of you is for some of you who are not in that position where you guys are, further along in this journey. I feel like your person has also slowed down. Like, they are right now going through some sort of a phase where they need some sort of a breather, Things in their life may be going very fast. They may have a lot going on. And so what it's doing is that it's making their emotional life feel a little overwhelming. Sometimes people can't multitask, right? Some people can, some people can't. I think if you look at most, I think there have been scientific studies on this, and that has determined that human beings do have a hard time multitasking. So oftentimes if we have a lot of work stress, family stress, or things going on in our life, it can spill over into our emotions in such a way that we're just feeling very emotionally compromised. So I feel like for some of you, that's where your person's at right now. Like they may be not as emotionally open or responsive at this time because they've had to slow down their emotional responses. As in, they may be going through some sense of overwhelm or stress right now. But I feel like that really doesn't have anything to do with you specifically. I feel like that's kind of like where they're at. And you know how sometimes people see their person, the person that they're in love with, as some sort of a reprieve or some sort of a kind of like a distraction or vacation away from their stress. I feel like this person can't do that. It's kind of like all or nothing. You know, like they're not very good at compartmentalizing. So if this person is stressed in one aspect of their life, they're going to be stressed in other aspects too. They're not able to just say, okay, this is my one little stress right here. I'm going to keep it right there, you know, and then I'm going to behave a different way here. Like they're not able to do that. Everything kind of blends in for this person. So that I feel like Spirit is telling me that to give you more clarity on their personality, right? Because they may not be good at verbally expressing that. They may not say to you, hey, I'm not good at multitasking. Hey, I'm not good at compartmentalizing. They may just come through as somebody who is easily overwhelmed sometimes, you know, and kind of struggles to get their emotions under control sometimes. And that's okay too. I mean, life is a process for everybody, right? We're all works in progress. So what else is your person truly feeling about you, group 3? Justice, yeah, see? that makes sense. Because they feel like they haven't been fair to you lately. And 6 of Swords, yeah. So there's something here that they definitely need to put behind them. Okay. They feel like maybe they have not been able to give to you the way that they want to give to you. Maybe they feel like things haven't been fair towards you. They feel bad about that. They want things to be more balanced in your relationship, in your connection. They want to seek that balance with you. But again, I feel like Spirit keeps telling me that one thing you do have to understand about this particular connection is that this person does struggle with balance. Like they do struggle. Things tend to get out of balance for them faster than for other people. And so they're kind of always kind of scrambling to, you know, maintain some sort of equilibrium. And again, nothing wrong with that. Is sometimes, you know, some people just have better skills at balancing things in their life, or they have better skills at managing stress in their life. I feel like this person struggles with that. So they may need to have more stress management in their life. They may need to have like more kind of anger management, because I'm feeling, not for everybody, but for some of you, I'm feeling that your person can be a little frustrated by these issues. So it may kind of dip into their kind of anger levels, like, you know, where they may be triggered easily, or they may be, like, they get angry fast, or like they get short, like, or like they get snappy, irritated more quickly, you know? So this is something that is part of their personality. And I feel like they do want to work on that. They are aware of that. But again, it's like you have to become very conscious, right? You have to like really be focused on being conscious in every moment if you want to start changing these aspects of yourself, especially when you're an adult, right? So it's harder the older you get. So I do feel that they have not been fair to you in some way. They struggle with balancing things in their life. They tend to let stress kind of get to them, and this is why we have that Knight of Cups energy, where like they emotionally start to slow down a little, you know. And so this is why I feel like this is really going to be powerful for you guys, the 6 of Swords. It's important. There are certain things that they have realized that they need to leave behind, right? There are certain things that they realize it's time to put this behind me, because it's not my job to be everybody's savior. It's not my job to be the cleanup guy or gal for every situation. This person tends to have a hard time with that. So I feel like Spirit is also challenging them that, hey, if you want, you know, more love, if you want a deeper connection with you, if they want this Knight of Cups to speed up a little bit, you know, to give them more love, give them more romance in their life with you, then there are going to be certain things they need to put in the past. They need to move forward. They tend to get a little bit stuck and wound in those situations. And that's another reason why that Knight of Cups slows them down, or they slow themselves down, right? Like they're not making the kind of progress that they want to make. But I feel like this is going to be very important for the two of you, like the encouraging each other, not just your person, but you know, maybe it's time to have the conversation. Are there certain things in both of your lives that you can move on from? That maybe you've been holding on to the responsibility of for far too long, that you know, this is going to be really key. And I like this. I'm really glad that this sense of justice, balance, and Six of Swords has come through, because this is showing us that your person is aware, and awareness is the first level of change, right? I mean, if you're not aware of something, we can't change it. If we're not aware of something, we can't fix it, and we can't evolve beyond it. So these two are very powerful energies for you and your person. I love this. I love it. So it's time to identify where, as they say, where the fat needs to be cut, right? Where do we need to cut the fat here? Because like we're, you know, it's not helping us. You know, things have to be clear on what we can and cannot handle, what we can and can do individually as well as together as a couple. So I really like that. That is really good. Let's go deeper. What else is your person feeling, truly feeling about you? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so see, again, we're getting, there's definitely a divine feminine energy here. I feel like it can go either way. Either, you know, it is the masculine feeling this way towards the feminine, or the feminine also feeling the same. So in this sense, I feel like you may be mirroring each other. You may both have some of these traits, you know, and I feel like that may be one of the reasons why Spirit has brought you, the two of you come into balance together. Perhaps that's why you're together. You're going to help bring that balance. So I feel like this is a beautiful energy for the two of you. I feel like both of you do have a lot of love and respect for each other. I feel like your person wants to honor you. They want to honor the goodness that you bring into their life. They do very much appreciate you. They do want to make you feel appreciated and honored for what you do. Maybe they feel like they don't say that. Maybe they feel like they don't say that enough, right? Maybe they don't communicate that enough to you. I feel like they want you to know. They want you to know that they honor you, that they respect you, that they deeply appreciate your patience with them. Because I do feel that you've been very patient with them. And that when they do get overwhelmed, you try to help them with that. You try to help them come to a place of equilibrium. And there's something here where they feel like they haven't been able to return that favor, or they haven't been able to give you everything that you deserve in return. So this is something that's going to be really, really important. I also feel that there's a part of them that feels that you are more mature than them. Like they kind of struggle in maturity, right? Like they're still learning, whereas, I mean, you're still learning, we're all still learning, but as in like they feel like there's some part of you that handles some of these things better. Like even though you may be mirroring each other in some of these traits, but they feel that there's a certain maturity that you have that they very much appreciate, but they feel like they are lacking in. So that may be another thing that you may want to keep in mind. I feel like Spirit is also kind of saying, understand this about their personality, right? Like they may not be at the same maturity level as you, but they're aware of it and they're wanting to be. So that again is always half the battle, right? Awareness is always where we want to start, so we know where we're going. Really interesting. Let's take a look at some specific messages and next actions. Wow, interesting. Okay, so I'm mad at myself for behaving this way. I can't control my fear of getting my heart broken again. So remember, I said there's something here that is definitely, you know, some sense of overwhelm, some sense of fear, some sense of maturity, right? Like there is, you know, this sense of I've been hurt before. I don't know how to step into that more mature version of myself where, you know what, it's okay. It's all right. Like we have to be able to still put ourselves out there, even if we've been hurt before, because we all have. We've all had our hearts broken, right? We all have. So your person is definitely on a sacred journey for sure. And I feel like the two of you are on this together. This is going to be a journey of growth, a journey of understanding each other better, helping each other grow. Because see, we're also getting toxic. I have toxic people and situations in life that keep me from being with you. I'm too weak to fight it. So you know what? For some of you, this may be why this also came up. So there's another energy here also from this. Like, I don't know if this is a mother figure, a grandmother, a feminine figure in their life that they may have had some sort of a toxic connection with. Or it can even be this one right here, because we're also getting karmic partner. Okay, so take it as it resonates and leave the rest. But for some of you, we may even have this issue. So this could be a past person who they have very bad memories of. Somebody who really kind of screwed them over, backstabbed them, broke their heart, that kind of thing, right? And that might be a reason why your person finds themselves emotionally overwhelmed. It might be the reason why they're in this Knight of Cups energy, moving slow, not moving that fast, taking their time out of fear, right? This may be an active situation for some of you, right? There may still be somebody who's kind of on the periphery, somebody who's still kind of around, and that situation hasn't been resolved yet. And that might be another reason why. For some of you, I feel like that's why your person feels that they're not being fair to you. So if you're in a third party situation, this, again, take it as it resonates, your person is feeling like they are not, like, you know, that it's not fair. And clearly it's not. So there's some, and look at this, because of that, there's also this energy of, okay, what do we need to put behind us? So is it time to finally make that decision? And as I always say, third party doesn't have to always be romantic. It can be any other challenge, situation, toxic people, whatever, that your person needs to put behind them. And I feel like that energy is coming through stronger and stronger, as in, I think they're coming to the realization that in order to really be on this journey with you and you alone, and to honor you, to honor who you are in their life, it's time to put something behind them. Otherwise, it's never going to happen, right? So I feel that there is a very strong energy of change here. Okay, decisions needing to be made, true change coming through, and it's really going to transform this situation. Okay, it's a time of transformation. So group 3, I hope that was useful. So if anybody has, okay, let's see if anybody has any questions. Yay, we got through the whole reading. We did. We got through the whole reading. So let me know if you guys have any questions. If you want to share anything, I'm happy to see what you guys want to say. And thank you for all of the messages that you already sent through. Okay, so like I said, I'm not doing individual readings in a public setting. I'm not going to do personal. I don't do personal readings like that in a public setting. But if there's anything else you guys want to share, if there's anything else or any other questions you have, or this is a time for us to connect, because I know we don't get to do this live very often. Also, let me know your feedback. What kind of readings do you want to see me do next? Do you like this format of thank you. Thank you so much. Do you like this format of live readings? Would you like me to do more of them? Because I would really love to interact with you guys more. So if you have any ideas on other ways that we can interact that you would like to see, I'm open to everything because I just love being with you guys. Okay, again, guys, please, I can't answer those kind of like personal questions. And I just feel like, to me, privacy is really important. You know, I don't want to obstruct anybody's privacy. I feel like that's what a private reading is for. We can talk about all those things if you want to do a private reading. But yeah, share your feedback. Share your feedback. Is there anything else you would like me to do, or is there any other kind of reading you would like? And do you want more of these like live kind of readings? Aw, thank you, Keeper of the Realms. Thank you, Rose Flowers. I love it. Love it. See, this is why I do what I do. I just love it. Okay, so you want more of the live readings. This format is good. Okay. Wonderful. All right. All right. So if there is, and nobody has any other questions, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I'll try to do more of these. I'll see if I can get in another one while I'm still here in Phoenix. All right. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all on the next one.